Hello and welcome to the Blansko Klobasa podcast with your host, me, Craggy.
And me, Ralph.
And we're here at Rosnichka in Brno. It's been a long time since the last podcast.
A long time since the last podcast. And when was the last time we were actually here? Was it during COVID? Together?
Yes, I think it was. Yeah, it was quite a long time ago. Yeah.
For anybody who knows Brno, kind of like Rosnichka is just at the bottom of Wilson's Wood. Mm-hmm. Wait, do you know why it's called Wilson's Wood?
Well, yeah, it was named after the US president in 1918, I think. Previous to that, it was called Kaiserwald, or excuse my German, which means Imperial Forest, I think. It was created in 1882, apparently.
That is good knowledge.
Yeah, this is my manor now, isn't it?
No, yeah, he lives in the Beverly Hills, guys. He lives in the Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
So, Craggy, I mean, I suppose we should talk a little bit about, what we've been up to. Mm-hmm. And probably address the question about, we've been asked the question. I don't know if you listened to the podcast with Nat Lost Boyo, but he asked the question, what's happening with the pod?
Yeah.
What would you say? How would you answer that question? Because we'd like to do it more, wouldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. But we've been on gardening leave a little bit, haven't we, for the last couple of months, maybe?
Gardening leave. I've got a garden. Have you got a garden?
No, I haven't got a garden. I'm on terrace leave. But, that's how it goes. We're both teachers. And when June comes around, everything collapses after a manic year, haven't we? So we haven't... But we've been busy. What have you been up to?
Well, me, I'm still kind of like working quite a lot, but I've been travelling a bit around the Czech Republic. I went to Slušovice. I think I might have mentioned that to you. Slušovice, guys, was a state within a state during communism, almost like this capitalist kind of village stroke town, which was run by a guy called František Čuba. And he also built a 6,000 capacity state football stadium. So I went to have a look at that and have a look at the race course and talk to some locals. It's been a lot of fun. So I've been traveling a bit and just socializing, whatever that actually means. I'm not sure I can say it on the pod, but a lot of socializing, a lot of
catching
up, I would say, just in case there's any listeners that are worried about it. I haven't done anything wrong. I feel as though I've been socialized too much.
Been socialized, normalized.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Well, I've been busy as well, busy trying to keep my band together. Craggy Collide is just hanging on in there, I think. Been preparing a lot for Rekino, this cinema project that I've been working on.
How's that going? What's the latest on that?
On Saturday there was an event in Český Sternberg, which I didn't go to, but I was helping with preparation for the podcast and the website articles that we've been doing first. And it was successful by all accounts, from what I understand, at the cinema there in Český Sternberg, and the next event will be in Pardubice.
It's really good to be doing stuff like that. How did it all start? Have we talked about it on the podcast?
No, I don't think we have talked about it, but amazingly enough, as it goes these days, me and Maria, we met on social media, on Instagram.
I've met a lot of people through social media.
Through my Kino CZ website, where I'm just taking pictures of cinemas throughout the country. And she is a curator at the National Film Archive and has her own project, Rekino, which I've become a member of. And we, with a group of other great people, we plan these events in certain cinemas or former cinemas throughout the Czech Republic. So there's 3 events this year. There'll be 3 or 4 next year.
That's nice, isn't it? And I know that you post a lot of photos of old cinemas, which are fantastic, I have to say. I know that I've contributed to it.
Absolutely.
Do you accept contributions from
I accept contributions from anybody, yeah. It's nothing special, just if you've got any photos to share of cinemas in Czech Republic or even abroad, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay. Yeah, that's basically about it, isn't it? And, what's the future of the pod then?
The future of the pod, well, that's a big question, but there's going to be lots coming up because the season starts again soon. There's another reason why we perhaps haven't been so active on the pod, though, is we've had no cup contributions this season.
I'm a bit disappointed about that. I mean, the club decided not to enter the Czech Cup. I don't know why. It's possible because we've had a change of manager. change of team, and there's a lot of kind of like players on trial at the moment. So if it's the same next year, I'll be really disappointed because I love the cup.
Yeah, I was gutted as well.
Yeah, so I know that we get hammered every year in the first round by minnows.
Yeah.
Got beaten, I know it's 5-1 or 6-1 by Jar. So yeah, that's been a little bit disappointing. But I think also we're still trying to find like the right format, aren't we? You know, we have ideas. We still like the idea of kind of like interviewing people, but,
which we will do.
Yeah, and I know we've probably mentioned this before, but I think that we're just trying to find the right format. Any suggestions, you know? But I think we found it.
Yeah.
I like the idea of kind of like meeting somewhere like randomly, a little bit of history of the place where we are, and you know, giving people like a little bit of a tour of the Czech Republic while we do the pod. But we realised that a lot of our pods have been kind of mini pods recently, haven't they? So we know that we need to up the content.
We've been on the fly.
but the answer to the question is probably that you know, we still want to do it. We still want to do it regularly. We're hoping we find time, but you know, like real life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I think that's been the biggest issue.
But then when the season starts again, real life goes out the window, and there we're back on the road again, travelling.
On the road.
And what goes on the road stays on the road.
We have to return at some stage. What happens on the train stays on actually not, because I posted a lot of it on social media. So basically the pod will continue, hopefully we found the right format, but we're open to suggestions, things that you want to hear as well, and thank you for listening, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so today we'll talk about the end of season and the survival in the league. We'll talk about some of the awards given at the end of last season, some of the changes in the MSFL, and with changes in Blansko as well, certain players on their way out and some in. We'll talk about some of our 3 favourites, and we say hello to Mlada Boleslav keeper Jirka Flodder.
Hello, I'm Jirka Flodder.
Hello!
Greetings to the guys from Blansko Klobasa. I want to wish you all the best for the next season. Have a nice day.
Jirka, what a man. One of our favourite ever keepers.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had some good ones as well.
Yeah, we have, yeah. We've talked about this before, I think, but I met David Juran the other day, you know, who he took his place, didn't he? And we loved Juran as well. Juran was an excellent keeper.
He absolutely was. Great song.
Yeah, great song, song. But didn't really get a chance in the Musafala, and he played a few games, I think, because Jirka Flodder was just outstanding, wasn't he?
He had a good time at Blansko. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I met David Juran outside Kimono. I was there with a friend of mine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Friend?
Can't mention the name.
Friend.
Friend, yeah. He came up. I don't think he was surprised to see me with a woman. Usually he sees me hanging out either on my own or hanging out with you. Yes. I think they do wonder. So, yes. But anyway, Jirka Flodder, absolute star of a man. I would like to get him on the pod, actually. Maybe ask him some questions, because I'm sure he's had some life changes recently. Him and Jakub Kuchera, best friends since school, now both playing kind of like top league football. Is great to see, isn't it?
Excellent, yeah.
Yeah. Great.
So on to the end of the season. How did you feel at the end of last season?
Wow. I don't know, there were some moments, were there, where we just didn't know whether we were going to stay up or go down. It's been the closest for such a long time.
Yeah.
You know, usually it's like mid-table mediocrity, and we're kind of like almost enjoying the end of season, aren't we? You know, like players are kind of like relaxed as well. But going into the last but one game of the season, we still look like we might go down.
Yeah, well, we had this long period where we seemed pretty okay, didn't we? And we thought if we would carry on the way we were, we'd be all right, and we'd end up mid-table. And then we had a serious dip.
Yeah, serious dip.
Yeah, and we got hammered a bit then, didn't we?
You could call it the big dip.
The big dip.
Or the big dipper. We couldn't even buy a win, could we? But we weren't playing bad.
No, I remember when we were at it was Uherski Brod, wasn't it?
Uherski Brod, second game of the season. Second game of the spring part of the season.
Yeah.
We were 2-0 up. Then they scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
And we just completely lost it.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
We were cruising.
Yeah.
We lost 4-2 against a team that really we should have beaten.
We had a missed penalty then, didn't we?
Missed a penalty, Sedler out for a hat trick and stuff like that. So I don't know. It was great to see us survive.
Yeah, we came back stronger after that though. Towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end, but we needed those wins.
Yeah.
You know, like who did we beat? We beat Start Brno to secure like our Musafala place. And yeah, once we'd beaten them, I was quite confident actually. I'm not sure if you were at that game, were you? I think Wingy was.
No, I was at that game.
You were at the game, weren't you? Yes, because we saw that very strange. We got guys. I don't want to say strange. Strange seems quirky.
Quirky's a positive word.
There's a fan, and we've seen him supporting 4 different teams as an ultra, and now he's turned up at Start Brno as their ultra.
Yeah, we have to say one of those was Blansko.
Yeah, one of them was Blansko. He turned up at Blansko when we got into the second league, saying that he was born in Blansko, so therefore he wanted to be a Blansko fan. But he was a bit of a nutter. I think it's fair to say he's a bit of a nutter, and Wingy brought him into the sleeper.
Yeah, Wingy brings all sorts in, doesn't he?
He does. Sorry, Wingy. You do from time to time. And we had to leave our favourite pub in Blansko to avoid him. We don't like avoiding people, but he really is.
It's hard work.
Probably not one of the good ones. So Start Brno, you can have him.
yeah, keep him.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will this season.
Yeah, so survival, we survived, and we're in the Musafala next season.
Yeah,
so that's great.
Who do we kick off against?
We kick off against Start Brno.
Exactly.
At home. You're looking forward to it? I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to it. I'd rather have an away game.
Yeah, the first game home to start. It's not on my excite list, if I can say that. But
yes, but we'll be there, and it'll be a good opportunity for you to see who's signed, because we've got a lot of new players. I mean, maybe we can talk about the awards at the end of the season.
Yeah, so we gave out 2 awards this time.
Yeah.
And
one we kind of asked the players and the management to choose, and one we actually choose for ourselves. And this year we decided to do something different, didn't we?
Yeah.
So what did we do?
We had of course the player of the season, which we asked the players to nominate theirs, and then we had the player of the seasons, we called it, longevity award.
That's right, and we gave it to a guy called Thomas Fake, who has been at Blansko, since all of us can remember.
Yeah,
really.
he had a year off, didn't he?
He had kind of like, there was that half a season at Vrhovina, and then he played the end of that second division, didn't he, in midfield actually. And we decided, I think it was fair, because we couldn't decide on who we really wanted to give the award to for player of the season, so we decided that he would get it. And I don't know if you listened to his speech, but he gave a speech to the players after in Czech, and he said, I think this is my last.
Yeah.
This is probably my last game for Blansko. And I think I was a bit shocked. But I was even more shocked to see him back in the team friendly last Saturday, which I went to, which I'll talk about a little bit later. He can never leave. But I did talk to him about it.
Yeah.
And he said that he has I'm not sure if I can say this on the pod, but he said he has an agreement with Veseli. That he can train less because he got offers. He didn't want to be training all the time, and I think we'll talk about players leaving, but I think a lot of the players are leaving not because they want to, but just because the distance travelling, like a lot of the games are up in North Moravia. A lot of the games are 10-15 in the morning. A lot of them have made massive sacrifices in their lives already, training 4 or 5 times a week. And
sometimes the timetable is not favourable.
No, that's right. So Fire said that he decided to stay. I thought it was because we gave him the awards. So we just stick with that.
Yeah.
No, it's more because he has an agreement that he can train less and he can spend more time with his girlfriend and friends and stuff like that, probably. You've bumped into him, haven't you?
I saw him on the train from Vienna. It was a while ago. Again, happy that somebody from Blansko saw me with a woman, not just me and you hanging out all the time.
Think they just think we all live together or something. In a happy house.
In a happy house. Certainly is a happy house. Happy mad house.
So we gave one award to him, and I think it's thoroughly deserved. He's been very consistent over the years.
Well, I'm glad that he should be staying then, because he's a very useful player as well. Can play many different positions. So it's someone we're going to need next season, probably, if that's the case.
Yep. And we'll definitely need him, given the players that I saw on Saturday. I think.
Okay.
I mean, first impressions.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Okay.
And are they all final?
No. They let a few players go out directly after that game, actually. But let's talk about the award that the players gave, and they gave it to
Sedlak.
To Sedlak, who, let's be honest, is probably the best player in the league.
Yeah, well, he was fantastic for us.
I don't know if it's true. He kind of to me, plays like at 70% most of the time.
Yeah,
he plays well within himself.
Yeah.
And when we were really down at the end of last season, it was him that seemed to kind of when he was in the team.
Yeah.
10-degree Kamenitsa.
Yeah.
Actually, Kamenitsa was the first place you actually took a photo from your Kino CZ, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
When we went to the brewery on our little trip down to South Bohemia.
Yeah, I actually mentioned that on the most recent episode of the Reclino podcast.
Did you? There you go, mate. There you go. So, Martin said he thoroughly deserved it, and then he left. Got the award, said let's go for a beer, and actually went all the way down the road. So but we'll talk about the players leaving in later as well, I think, won't we? I mean, what I noticed was a lot of changes in the Musafala.
Right.
Because, the stalwarts, is that the right term? I don't know, but the mainstays, teams like Otrokovica or Zlinsko or whatever they're called, decided they don't have the money to do it.
I don't mind that from a point of view of going to that ground again.
Mainly because it's the most dangerous stand in the world.
Yeah. I risk life every time I'm there.
So I don't know what level they're going to be playing next year, whether they're going to be playing Diviso or less than that. And then we lost Slovan Rosica, also pulled out of the league for financial reasons.
Okay, and I've got a big respect for Rosica, but it's another trip I don't mind missing because we've been so many times.
Yeah, so many times. And then we have lost Uherski Brod, and I suppose you don't mind losing them.
Don't mind that, no. Do you?
Do you know, mate? I kind of enjoy the trips there. I know you don't like the stadium. I know the town doesn't have too much to it, but it's a grower, isn't it?
But the town, for me, is not the problem. It's really the stadium. I mean, I know we didn't play there last season. We played at the other ground, but
we still went there before the game
because we didn't know.
Told us.
Yeah, but definitely, it's not a happy place for me to go.
Yeah, we lost Strani, who were new to the division or new to the Musafla anyway, and going up were who went up? Can you remember?
No.
Oh, Kromiedzic.
Okay.
Kromiedzic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kromiedzic went up.
Yeah.
So, we lost them as well. No, that's a great trip. I think it was one of my favourite trips last year.
Yeah, we had a good one last year, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Got hammered.
Yeah. So those are those are the teams that have gone down. And, of course, Neumo, which is one of my favourite away days.
This is the saddest one to lose, isn't it? Because an away day, especially in the spring...
Yeah,
it's a fantastic place to go.
And then coming up from Diviser, I wanted it to be Havrizhov. I really wanted it to be Havrizhov. I know it's 10:15 on a Sunday, but it's probably the best stadium outside of the top two leagues.
It's a big claim.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. They came up from. Sorry, they didn't come up. Polanka came up, which is kind of just outside of Ostrava, so south of Ostrava, not too far from Studenka. I think that'd be a good trip. I think, and also Hranica came back up.
Great.
And Novi Mesto nad Moravia, so Verkhovina.
That's a brilliant trip as well.
Yeah, so we've got some good trips coming up, but a lot of distance to be covered.
Yeah.
A lot of distance. So, they've come up, and I wonder, how do you feel about kind of the teams like Zlinsko and Rosica going out for financial reasons? It's a bit sad, really, isn't it?
It's always sad, isn't it? But it's quite... Maybe typical is not the right word, but you expect something happening at the end of every season like this, don't you? I mean, we have been going to many of these clubs for a long, long time now.
Yeah.
And it is sad.
It is, yeah. I think Rosica, I think it's kind of like a real reset.
Yeah.
Because I think they've just... I looked at their website the other day, and I think they've only gone down one level. I think maybe two levels. And I think they just ran out of money, and... Maybe
They get good crowds at Rosica.
They do. The fans are great. Well, most of them. We've had a few run-ins.
You get your odd one, didn't you? Yeah.
What do you like? I think, does it show that, we're quite critical sometimes of Vaselli? I still think he's not our biggest fan, although he has no reason to.
No, I'm not sure about why.
Maybe I was a bit critical of him, like publicly, a couple of times when things weren't being communicated.
Well, we have gone through a couple of bad years for supporting the club. Mostly not, but a couple.
But I think maybe does it show that he's really doing his best to kind of like keep us in the third league?
Well, it could be the case, couldn't it? Running a tight ship, as it were. So not going bust, basically, but not going anywhere.
And looking at the trialists, he's obviously working hard to get players in. So maybe we should appreciate that a bit more.
Well, we saw the way that Znojmo went. We've watched it over the last few years, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because the crowd's decreasing in number. None of the Okorki or whatever are there anymore, are they?
No.
From what I can gather, the last couple of games we've been to.
I mean, there was talk of Vyshkov going there, but, and staying in South Moravia. I think that's an incredibly sad situation.
Yeah.
That they've sold their license to Příbram and no longer play in the league. So it means that Dunovica is now no longer in use, or maybe it is with the local team.
That's one of the big sad stories in the area, isn't it?
I know, and of course, our good friends Christoph and Taddy, who ran the social media and the media side of things, public relations, both of them have found themselves out of professional football, which is unsat. Yeah. And Zbigniew Zbożil has been taken on by Artis.
Oh, really? Has he?
Heard about Artis?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I'm not really a huge fan of that either, because they've moved from Líšeň to Srbska, and I met Andrej Porch's stepdad, I think. I'm not sure if he called me stepdad, but maybe. And he is a big fan of Líšeň. He said he's refusing to go to Srbska.
Really? So it's going to have that kind of atmosphere, people refusing to go, yeah?
Yeah.
And so with Artis, is it?
Yeah, Artis
and Zbrojovka, are they just outright sharing that ground now?
They're sharing the ground, and also I believe because there are very few new fans supporting either of the teams.
Yeah,
I got a feeling that whoever gets to the first league first, and I spoke to my friend Pavel about this, and he said he thinks both will go up this season because they've heavily invested.
Yeah.
On the pitch, but I think whoever is successful get the new fans.
Yeah.
But I know that there's a huge talk about Zbrojovka going professional with their youth setup. So actually employing coaches full time. I mean, a city like Brno should have a successful football team. I hope it's Zbrojovka, because I don't like the idea of a team like Líšeň no longer playing in Líšeň, being rebranded. I'd never like a rebrand.
There's a bit of Milton Keynes thing going on.
It is. And it's good that some fans are refusing to go and boycotting it, and they'll go and watch the B team who will play at the ground.
Yeah. But the problem is, I guess, that Zbrojovka have been on the down for such a long time that they've lost that kind of football fan culture, haven't they? And now artists are sort of trying to step into that and picking up, like you say, new fans or something. Yeah. And the problem then is for Zbrojovka to bring those fans back, or to bring some loyalty back.
Well, you know that I do a football camp with Luboš Kaloda every year, and one of the questions I always ask the kids is who they play for, and they play for various small teams in the like in the area, in the region, should I say? And when I ask them who they support, nobody supports Zbrojovka.
It's
nobody.
A real shame.
Yeah, and some people do support Artis because they play for Líšeň. But now they don't call it Líšeň, they call it Artis. So so that's kind of like sad. The Vyshkov situation is incredibly sad. I'll miss the stadium, and also Znojmo, which is where we started. Well, what more can we say? We'll just miss the away day, I suppose.
Yeah, miss the away day. Yeah. It's a real shame, I think. Yeah. And but it's also one of the biggest towns.
Sorry, it sounds like we're on a bit of a downer.
It's also one of the biggest teams in the region now, I was going to say.
Can I probably just finish off by saying we had a massive problem when we moved from Udolny to Mlinska for a season.
God, yeah.
That was a massive problem.
That was.
So if Blansko moved to Rijeka, then I'm giving up.
Yeah, then it's game over.
Giving up, yeah. All right, mate. So, I think we've covered that, haven't we? Yeah. I think we've covered the changes in the Masafala, and good luck to Zbrojovka, and I can't say good luck to artists, to be perfectly
Oh
honest.
no, they're all over the trams. You see them everywhere now.
So, Greggy, I know we've been talking a little bit on a downer, but I think I have to say that it's been incredibly sad to see a lot of our players leaving.
Yes, this is almost heartbreaking. We talked about this off pod.
Yeah.
And we're not joking when we're saying a little bit heartbroken, because we have been with these players, or these players have been with us for several seasons now.
Can I say my heart skipped a beat on Saturday when I saw Filip Smirchka and Andrei Porch and Kotsurek and Neshetril and Fake there, and there's others as well. Because I don't know. I mean, yeah, we've talked about it off pod, and we've received so many messages from the players telling us that they're leaving and thanking us for our support. And to be honest, guys, our only support is just to keep everything so positive, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Craig, I think you've said it, but I think we can talk about the players that have left. And it all started with when Dan Yambor left to go to Kromierzich, chance of professional football, and he deserves it as well. And I felt that it was going to be like a domino effect. I was really worried that more would leave. I know that speaking to one of the players, he told me that he also had an offer from Hodonín but decided to stay in Blansko.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, neither do I, unless he goes to the Cunts Brewery. Can I say that?
Buncher.
We'll talk about Hodonín as well, probably. But so who? I know it's all been quite sad to see them leaving. Who's left then? So we've lost Dan Yambor,
Thule.
I mean, did you see I sent you the video.
Yeah, sent me the video, and I that was just lovely, that video, or those videos from Thule. Thanks, Thule.
Yes, thank you. Who's gone to Boskovica? So we'll definitely be popping along to see them.
Yeah, absolutely. We go to see them occasionally, don't we, anyway?
We've also lost Dom Blažić, who was a huge kind of voice on the touchline when he wasn't playing, and on the pitch as almost like a captain, even though he didn't have the armband. We're going to miss him. We were also going to miss Tomasz Hila, who's gone to Riječko.
That's a big loss. Yeah.
That's a huge loss as well. Tom Cherney, who we never really got to see the best of. He's also gone, but he's in professional football because he works. He's in the first team management at Olomouc, and I think that he might end up at Boskovica as well. And also we've lost Richie Foltine, who we never saw the best of, but he's invited us to his family vineyard,
which we're very keen to go to.
Yeah, and probably we'll do a pod from there, to be honest, mate. I think it'll be a good place to do a pod, listening
Absolutely
to
agree.
While we'll be drinking wine, so we'll be on the vino.
Yeah.
And there are other players that have gone as well, but I think we've lost half the first team, and we should talk about Wolitsky. I mean,
of course,
he brought some of my best memories in life. Some of my favourite ever memories watching Blansko play.
It's been a delight to have him at Blansko, hasn't it?
And he also sent us a wonderful message. I'm not sure how many I've shared, because I run the social media account, so I'm not sure how many I've shared, but I've always kind of responded on behalf of the three of us. But Wolitsky invited us to his farewell party with the players, and they had a few bands there. I could have got you to play.
Sign me.
At his farm, and he's gone to Slovácko, and he's now running their youth setup, their B team. I think it's deserved. Yeah. Him in professional football, he should be there.
He's very good.
He was at Zbrojovka for a while, and he was forced to resign because he criticised Pelter and was forced to apologise or resign. So he resigned, and Pelter's now in prison. So.
Well, there you go. Good call. Good call.
He runs the Czech Football Association. Is just part of the Czech football mafia, really, if I can say that. Yeah. Hopefully. So those are the players leaving. It's been incredibly sad. We've been on a bit of a journey with them.
To be fair, though, I expected more as it was coming, because, of course, Wolitsky went, and then the dominoes started to really fall. And I was expecting almost a whole new team. We might have half by the time we start next season.
I think what we love about watching this level of football is you really bring you really develop like this strong kind of like friendship with the players. And I know that this is something we probably talked about before as well. But it's like it's a proper kind of like, there's big smiles from both sides when we see each other. And I think that, like, from my side, it's good to see them moving on to better things. Like it's good to see them, doing so many, like, moving on. Yeah, I think Hoddening will definitely be the big players in the league, maybe with Three Nets as well. They've signed some of the best players in the Musafala, and they've got Yambor now, who decided not to stay at Kromyajish. They've signed Martin Sedlak, they've signed Adam Fieler from Rosita. And I think that they will be the players. They'll be the team kind of like challenge.
They're really going for it, aren't they?
I think so. They've got a lot of money though through through the mining industry.
And Kuntz.
Yeah, and the brewery, Kuntz Brewery, So, it's been incredibly sad. But I'm happy to see Porchy still there, because I get to spend some time with Magdalena, and his girlfriend, who's lovely.
Yeah, and Holman's gone as well now.
Holman, yes. We should talk about Philip, because Philip Holman is like such a gifted footballer. I think he's somebody who, if he's had such a difficult time through injury, that if he had stayed fit, I'm pretty sure he would be in the position that maybe Sedlak is now.
Absolutely.
So gifted. And he's gone to Kruzhim to be like their sports manager, which probably means like running the team side of things. And it's a good step for him, and he'll end up playing for Kruzhim B. But all of them want us to go and watch them play, and I'm looking forward to we love going to Boskovica anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
To go and watch like three of our favourite ever players, play for Boskovica, maybe to see Kruzhim playing like in a small game somewhere. Kruzhim B, he'll be playing for Kruzhim B, which is like really like almost forest football.
It's just unbelievable that someone of his quality be playing that kind of football. But it's, like you said, he's had a difficult couple of years, hasn't he?
But possibly it's an opportunity for him to get fit. By his own admittance, he's piled on the pounds since he hasn't been playing. And anyway, we wish them all the best, and we hope to see them.
Thanks for everything.
Yes, and thanks guys.
Okay, so we can move on to talking about our three favourites now, Ralph. Go into more positive shores.
Okay, guys. Did it sound a bit morbid? You'll have, please, comment. I can't say comment below, because below would be...
I'll edit it later with some circus music.
Please do.
It's a bit Benny Hill or something.
Three favourites. Craggy. This is what we'd like to do. Is we always, if you notice from the last few pods, when they've been like just Blansko based, we've always tried to have our three favourite this, three favourite that. So Craigie, I'm going to ask you,
right, I'm ready.
You've been watching Blansko now for how many years?
Probably about 10 years. 11? Or is it 11? No, it's more. It must be like 12.
It's 12 years.
12 years,
time
maybe.
Flies, eh? So my question for you is, could you tell me, and we'll probably do this at a later time as well, again, maybe talking more in depth, but can you talk about your three favourite Blansko players over, say those 12 years since you've been following them? Maybe one from each kind of like era.
One from each era. Well, I'd say it's obviously there's a lot of players I want to talk about, but we'll have chances in future pods to talk about them all. But if I go from the earliest era, the first seasons where I started supporting Blansko, when we started the blog and when we were touring at the beginning, it's one name pops up and it's Petr Gromsky.
Is that because he has 40 songs?
He started this greatest hits of Blansko songs that we had. Don't You Want Me Gromsky, Gromsky's on Fire, all sorts. But also a very hard-working player. And he was part of that hard-working team, and it was a great team then.
And he came from nowhere, really, didn't he? Like, he came from like the lower leagues and ended up playing.
Went back there after Blansko.
He's still playing to this day.
It was great. So there are many other players we could mention.
Petr Gromsky is a good choice. And loads of songs.
Okay,
so give us somebody from a different era.
I'll give you someone that's let's bridging that era into a slightly more modern era. And we said hello to him earlier, Jurka Flodder.
Yes.
He was playing, of course, then, but he took over, like you said, from David Duran, and he's just too good a keeper to not mention in
David
my top
Duran.
three. Yeah.
Is an excellent keeper.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But Jurka Flodder was on a slightly different level. I think that's why Duran didn't, as we talked about earlier in the pod, that's why he didn't get the chances, yeah. And I'm so pleased to see him doing so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Jurka Flodder is a good one as well.
Yeah.
From that era, I would probably... I like Koldelka, although sometimes he had a bit of an attitude.
He had an attitude, but a great player.
Yeah, and I liked... he has so many players. Turtilek is another one who played it actually at Musafala, the Niche, Splichal. There's loads, isn't there? Yeah. Okay, all right. So you've gone for Gromsky, Flodder. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a law firm. And who's your final pick?
Well, I'm going to take a big leap now. There's quite a few years and missing quite a few players, but in that time we also had a couple of pretty bad years. Let's not go back to the Grimmerly years. And I'm going to go to the present day and say our captain Philip Smerchka, because he's a delight to watch. His passing range is probably the best I've seen in a Blansko shirt, his passing.
I was talking to Andre Porch about this on Saturday, and he said, and we both said actually, that we hope we find a role for him this year, because he's so versatile. He's played at the back, he's played in midfield, he's played in attack. He says his best position is number 10, and he's incredibly skillful. So I'd like to see him there. I have to say, I'd like to see him playing in that number 10.
Yeah.
But and he's just a great man.
Yeah.
Just a great man, kind of like, I'm so happy he's staying.
Yeah, and I'd like to see him receiving corners rather than taking them, please.
Does he take corners?
Yeah, he took a few, didn't he? We were complaining that he's the only one big enough to get on the end of one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. It's true. Yeah. Smerchko's a great choice. And, one of the loveliest people you met. Honestly, when I saw him on Saturday, and I'm sure that we'll talk about that towards the end, I was so happy to see him because he's recently got married to Katka. He had a great wedding, and we're hoping he's the one guy we'd love to get on the pod, because we think that he can just he can
share a lot of experience.
Yeah, definitely. But a great man and great player.
Yeah,
definitely a worthy captain, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's turn to you then. So let's talk about your three favourite goals of last season.
Okay. All right. So I'll tell you what. This is. I haven't done this. I haven't really thought this through, because you've just thrown it at me.
That's the that's the spontaneous nature of this podcast.
Spontaneous Klobasa. I would say definitely. These are in no particular order.
No.
But I would definitely say Marek Psota's debut goal. If you ask me who it's against, I think I'm not able to tell you, but it was at home. I think it was against Strani, where he picked the long ball from Domblagi, because Domblagi had this Beckham-esque pass, like crossfield pass, and like Psotka kind of like controlled it on the outside of his foot, stepped in, beat a couple of men, and like whacked it into the top corner. So that was definitely one of them. So that was a brilliant goal, and his debut goal in the Musafala. I can also say Shedevi's against Zbrojovka B was pretty bloody good. Was pretty bloody good, where he just whacked it in from just outside the area. He's an incredibly skillful player, and I think we'll rely on him a lot if he can keep fit. And then I would have to pick Domish Murder against Hodony away, where he picked up the ball and just whacked it home, and it was at a time where we were really struggling to pick up a win, and he was outstanding all season. Actually.
Close to being our player of the season last year.
I think, to be honest, if he'd have played a few more games, he would have got it. And he scored a couple of kind of really important goals. Actually, maybe, can I change it? Actually, I would say we played against Hlubina away, and I'm going to give it to Dan Yambor. because the goal was scored very late on, unexpected, and it turned out to be the winning goal, and it was an unexpected away win, and again started us on a little bit of a run during the autumn season. So first of all, Sotka, Shedevi and Yambor.
Perfect. Okay, good. Well, we've got the new season coming up very soon. It's next Friday, isn't it?
Is it Friday?
It's the first, isn't it? I think is the first Friday.
Is it really? Is it
I
next
believe
Friday?
so.
Really, it's Friday. See, I haven't even checked it because. Okay,
So the start of the season's coming up next Friday, and it was against Start Renault, as we've already said, on the 1st.
I have to say, I'm really happy it's on a Friday.
Yeah.
Because it gives me the weekend to kind of do other stuff.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. A Friday game ain't bad, is it?
No.
But you've already been to a game.
Yes, I went on Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Got on the train, Tischendorf bound, and got off in a place called Chebin, which is kind of like one stop before Tischendorf, which is 20 minutes from Brno, guys. And a beautiful setting, because have you ever been to Chebin? I've never.
No, I don't think so.
So no,
of course I know it.
We've got friends. We've got a friend called Ivona who lives in Drasov.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't listen to this.
No, I doubt it. She messaged me today.
Did
actually.
she really?
Yeah.
Well, how is she?
Okay. I guess she sent me a picture of a glass of wine and asked me how I'm doing. So she must be doing okay.
Thinking, you and wine, mate.
Yeah.
On the wine. Okay. Yeah. So it's a stop before Tischendorf. Beautiful setting, really. There's rolling hills, the beginning of Vysocina in the background.
Lovely.
Nice little ground. And I went to watch us playing against Krušim in a friendly. We lost 3-0. But it's not about the result. It was a good chance to see new players. I'd like to see us sign one or two of them. But I think that there's a lot of them that need it. I don't know whether it's match fitness or getting used to the new coach, because of course we've got a new trainer who's come from Slovan Liberec. Plays a lot of musical instruments, Craigie. So maybe we can get him in the band.
We can be friends.
Yeah. Spent some time in Luton in China. His name is Yirka.
Interesting travel destination.
Yeah, Luton and China. Coaching. So he's obviously really into his coaching.
You'd have to be to go to Luton.
He comes up here. Děkuji moc.
Okay.
We lost 3-0. There's one or two players that I think definitely would improve the team. But we're going to be relying on the team that we already have. Porci looked outstanding. Smochka played up front. I don't know if he's staying, but we did have a player that played up front that was strong, young, but he looked like he could hold the ball up. And we need that kind of player.
Yeah.
Those strikers are really hard to find, which is why when Rosica went down, I was really hoping we'd sign Adam Fila, but his brother plays for the Czech under-21s, but he ended up going to Hodony, probably for money, because we don't have very much of it. So, a lot of work to be done. I'm not sure how it will go first game of the season. However, I'm really looking forward to getting to Udolny, getting to the sleeper.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking forward to playing against Start. No. Even though I'll see my friend Monica there, I'm not looking forward to it.
No, it's not the best start of the season.
I would like to say we should end there, but I'd also like to have a really special mention for a player that played for us 2 seasons ago, 2.5 seasons ago, who is now playing European Champions League football, playing for Victoria Pilsen, scored on his debut, captained the team as well. My friend who sent us the photo, which I posted on our socials, mentioned the Blansko Klobasa, and he was genuinely happy to hear from us. Kamil Spachil, remember the name, guys, because it's kind of a meteoric rise, from playing Musafala to playing Champions League in 2.5 seasons. And I suppose it's best to end there, because that's just one of the reasons why we support Blansko. Like, watching those players progress just makes everything worthwhile. And even though we don't have them anymore, you can see that they're going on to better things. And
I like to think we've played our part in that rise.
yeah, maybe we should just become football agents, mate. But, like good football agents.
Yeah.
We could start our own podcast, The Good Football Agent.
Doing it for the Clubassa.
Doing it for the Clubassa, yeah. So anyway, I suppose we can wrap it up there.
Yeah, that's it from us. So we are back, and we'll be back more often now the start of the season is coming. We'll have some interviews and some travel again as well.
But feedback is really appreciated, guys. And, sorry we weren't as regular as... but we're just regular guys.
Yeah.
We weren't as regular as Clockwork.
No, we're a bit too chill for that.
Last season, yeah. So, but we're hoping to be a bit better this year. We're here for you.
And with that, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
Ciao.